So how you guys doing? It's me, Mr. Smooth from TaylorMade Officials. I'm with a special guest representing Team United. You want to tell everybody at home what your name is?
Yeah, this is Coach Jose Alvarez.
Coach Jose Alvarez. So I've seen you around. You've been coaching for many different organizations. Can you tell us all the organizations that you represented in the past and the one that you represent now?
Well, we I've been with another organization besides Team United, which at this point I'd rather keep separate from what we're doing here. But Team United has become a home for us since last August and has grown tremendously in the last 8 9 months. We are now up to 17 teams, and most of them very competitive.
That's correct. So you just started 8 9 months ago. What was the birth behind the organization Team United? What are some of the goals you guys wanted to accomplish for you and the youth that you have involved with this great organization?
One of the biggest things we came up with, the concept of 8 9 months ago, was choosing a name. That's probably the hardest part about an AAU program, is the right name that fits your organization and your philosophy. And for us, we felt that Team United really described who we were. We have over 28 coaches, I think, at the moment, and so we are very, very united when it comes down to players, families, and coaches. We felt that that really described who we were, which is a huge part of our philosophy. We do everything for each other, and that goes from teaching these kids how to play basketball the right way, and also teaching these kids to be the future of America. And if you remember a few months ago, there was a lot of issues with racial stuff, and we felt that United was a perfect way to teach our kids that it doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, or what sexual orientation you are, that we're all in this together, and to teach these kids to move forward as the future of America.
That's good. So it seems like you're trying to give the youth in your organization and your community an identity, something that they could fall back on. They could know who they are, why they do what they do, and have a purpose in life. Can you explain to our viewers what that purpose and why is that so important? And that's a value you want to teach your kids.
Well, of course, the biggest thing with I think our youth now is that they've lost their identity. Growing up in a tough neighborhood when I was young, we had sports as a way to get out of our neighborhoods, or at least to spend our time in a safe haven. And that's one of the things we want to do for our community. It is to make sure that our kids have a safe place. And I'm not just speaking as far as a gym. I'm talking about as being a part of a family. A lot of our youth, they feel like they need to identify with gangs or certain affiliations that are not legal. And so we give them a place where they can come in and be part of a basketball club where they feel loved, and they feel like that people, adults especially, have their backs, and without having to go out and do illegal things. And that's what we do. We have probably close to 100 families, maybe a little more than that, in our organization, and we truly and genuinely care about each other. And these kids feel that, and they know that it's actually cool to be part of something positive, as opposed to wanting to go out there and create negative vibes for other people just so that they can fit in. This is a good place where they actually fit in, and it's a cool thing to do.
So tell the people that's watching the show, if they have a youth who wants to get involved in a loving family who's going to support them, what city do you guys serve? Is it just the Oakland area, or what's the specific, I guess, cities you guys are located in?
Well, predominantly we are part of the East Bay. That's kind of we Hayward, Castro Valley, Union City, San Leandro, San Lorenzo, that area. But we're also branching out. We have kids that come all the way from San Francisco that play for us. We have kids out in as far out in San Ramon area that are now coming to play for us. So as we grow, our demographic also grows a little bit. But predominantly we are. I would say Hayward is the heart of our club, and that's where most of our kids come from.
Well, when I officiate your tournaments, I see a lot of kids who played CYO basketball. I remember there's a young lady, she took her team to the championship. Now I see her playing AAU. I see her scorekeeping. How does it feel when you see those kids give back their time to help out the third graders, the fifth graders by scorekeeping, by maybe teaching them little tricks that they learn from coaches playing basketball. What does that make you feel when you see the youth that you taught now giving back to the younger players?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. And that goes back to our philosophy of being united in a huge family, right? And we actually gave a speech to our club a few months ago, and we touched exactly on that. And not only are we trying to create our future leaders, but we also want to create people who 20 years from now are going to donate their time back to the community. So seeing some of these kids that are still in high school that are out here scorekeeping, some of them are actually reffing, and we have kids that come into some of our younger kids' practices and run small clinics and things like that. It makes me really proud to see kids in our community wanting to do positive things. Actually, if you walk around, I would say that 25% of the kids that are scorekeeping for us or working this tournament, they are actually in college and played for me 4 or 5 years ago, and we still keep in touch. We'll text via text, and I find out how they're doing with their classes in college, and when they're in town for the summer, and we run tournaments, or I know of anyone else who needs scorekeepers, we always give them the opportunity to come in and earn a little extra money in a safe place. So that's just to answer your question. I feel very proud to know that we are molding young adults who want to give back to their communities.
That's great because here at TaylorMade Officials, we use high school officials. I believe some of those officials were part of the Team United or part of some of the other organizations that you were part of in the past. And it's great to see them. But tell the people, where can they find more information about the organization called Team United?
Yeah, it's simple. You can go to www.teamunitedbasketball.com, and you will find all the information on how to join or come out and try out for us. If you want to join our coaching staff, if you want to just donate time or anything that you want to donate, just go check that out. If you want to contact me or anybody else, you can go into the contact section of the website, and you can shoot us an email, and we will respond to you within a day. But the best way to do it would be to go through our website.
That's great. So I'll put all his website information in the description of this video. You just got to click down and look for it. Also, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're doing a great job getting involved with the youth. We have a training program for them that's being ran through our YouTube site where they could officiate games, learn, train, and get feedback to make them better. So it's all about giving back. But I'm going to get back to Coach Jose because you have a good working relationship with Will Smith. How did you learn about TaylorMade Officials and the services that TaylorMade has to bring to the game of basketball?
Oh, Will Smith and I go way back. We were joking about this just yesterday, matter of fact. So we go back to what we call it the NJB days. That's the the National Junior Basketball League that he used to ref when I used to run, and we're talking about 10 years ago. That's when we first met Will, and then when he became the president of Tmoba, and we started kind of running tournaments, it was just a perfect match. Will and I both run our organizations the same way. It's all about family and being very, very organized. And I think that when he comes to our tournaments and brings the high quality referees that he does, it makes for a smooth tournament. And I kid you not, in 190 games this weekend, we have not had one referee complaint, and that's hard to top.
You had no referee complaints? That's pretty hard. That's what we do at TaylorMade. We try to give our best to serve the coaches, the players, and the fans, make this an enjoyable experience for everybody involved. We want to make this man's job easier as a tournament director, and it's great that we were able to do that. So with that said, we're going to get ready to close out the interview. Is there any final words you have for the viewers that are watching us presently at the moment?
Yeah, most definitely. One thing that I wanted to remind everybody out there, and we've reminded everyone at this tournament, is that basketball or any youth sport is really all about the kids. It's not about us adults. It's about the kids learning life lessons and having a ton of fun. We're all competitive. We all want to win. This is why we do this. But at the same time, winning means nothing if the kids aren't having fun or learning any life lessons.
That's great. So we're going to close out the interview. It's me, Mr. Smooth, Ken Thomas, with Coach Jose from T United. Check out the website. We want to bring out the youth. So if you're at home and you have a kid, a young one who's doesn't know what they want to do, have them come join one of these two great organizations. Will be great to have them. Teach them all kind of values to make them a better person, not only now, but going forward in the future. So with that said, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Peace.
All right. Ooh.